One of the most important things about our extremely high-performing, internationally recognised higher education system is that it is able to benefit all those in the UK who could benefit from it and aspire to go into higher education, and that's not the case at the moment. Despite efforts in the sector, we haven't seen a closing of the disadvantage gap between those who are most advantaged and those who are least advantaged. What's more, we saw under the previous government the removal of maintenance grants and the real terms value of loan support for students reduced by more than 20% over the last 5 years. So it's really important that we improve this. It's something that Bridget, as our Secretary of State, has been particularly committed to, and that's why we will introduce targeted means-tested maintenance grants for students in low-income households studying on priority courses, and we will fund that by the levy on income from international student fees, and more detail about that will be set out. The design of it, for example, will be set out in the autumn budget. But we were, as it was announced in the immigration white paper, it was also clear, of course, that what this is the ability both to demonstrate the benefit that international students bring to the higher education and skills system, and that's what we will ensure that money raised from the levy goes to. I think there's some, I've looked at a lot of the analysis behind the assumptions made on how the levy will work. The interesting thing about Public First's analysis is that their analysis, as all the analysis that I've seen, suggests that there is actually an elasticity of demand less than 1 for international students. In other words, if you put up international student fees, yes, there will be a reduction in demand, but there will be an increase in revenue that nevertheless that will come from putting up fees, and it is to the benefit of that increased revenue that the levy will enable to be reinvested into students who are less advantaged in the system. I think it's actually exactly a characterisation of the case that the higher education sector makes, but more explicitly that international students will benefit those students who will otherwise not be able to get the benefits of a English